friends, how you doing today? Well, I haven't been doing so hot. I've been feeling actually very mad lately. I'm really mad because I haven't been able to go to school and I really wanted to go to school. Mr. Rogers has a saying, what do you do with the mad that you feel? Well, sometimes when I'm really mad, I actually like to bake. So I found a recipe that an old friend of mine named Judy gave me, and it's called aggression cookies. And this is a good recipe because it helps you to mash and get all your frustrations out. So let's work on it together, okay? So I'll read the recipe to you. First of all, there's 5 ingredients. The first ingredient is oatmeal. We need 3 cups of oatmeal. The second ingredient is brown sugar. We use 1.5 cups of brown sugar. The third ingredient is flour. We need 1.5 cups of flour. The fourth ingredient is butter. We need 3 sticks of butter, or 1.5 cups of butter. And we need the fifth ingredient is baking powder, and we need 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. All right? So the directions is to dump all the ingredients either in a bowl or in a bag. I actually like to use a bag because it helps me squish and pound and get my mat out. So we can put it either in a bag or a bowl. And the longer and the harder that you mix it, the better it's going to taste. And we're going to roll the dough into small balls, and then we're going to put it on a cookie sheet, bake it at 350 degrees for 10 to 12 minutes, and then we're going to have yummy cookies. Okay? So the first thing we need to do is we need to wash our hands. That is always the very most important thing to do when you're going to bake. So I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to sing happy birthday to myself while I'm washing my hands. Happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me. I'm getting my thumbs and in between my fingers and tops and bottoms. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. Don't forget all around the tops and bottoms and in between and underneath my nails. I'm going to dry my hands on a towel. And I'm ready to bake. Also, I have my apron on. This was my mom's apron, Practically Perfect Cook. And I tied my hair back so I don't get hair in my cookies, because sometimes that happens when I have long hair. Okay, you ready to start? So, the first ingredient that we need 3 cups of oatmeal. These are my ingredients. I've got everything ready. Oh, first of all, I did forget to tell you what tools we need. So, it's very important to have all your tools ready. So we need a measuring cup, a 1 cup measuring cup. We need a 1/2 cup measuring cup. We need a cookie sheet. This is my cookie sheet. We need a spatula so we don't burn our hands taking the cookies off. And sometimes I use a scoop so I can make my cookies all the same size. And we need a 1 teaspoon measurer and a 1/2 teaspoon measurer. Okay? So here we go. We're going to put 3 cups of oatmeal in our bag. All right, ready? Here's our oatmeal. Can you help me count? I'll put them right in my bag. 1, 2. I love oatmeal. I like eating oatmeal for breakfast too. 3. Okay, so there's our oatmeal. So I'm going to put my oatmeal aside. When I put my ingredients in, I like to move them to the side afterwards so I can remember that I used them. All right, what comes next? 1.5 cups of brown sugar. All right, here's my brown sugar. So we're going to stick our measuring cup in there, and usually it calls for packed brown sugar. So I use my hand to push the brown sugar in. All right, here's 1 cup. Put that in the bag, okay? And now we need 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Here's my brown sugar. And I'm going to press it in so it's nice and packed. Now, I hate to say it, this is not exactly the healthiest cookie recipe because it has sugar in it, but it does have oatmeal and it has butter in it. Okay, our next ingredient is flour. So we need 1.5 cups of flour. So here's my flour. It's in my flour canister. And I'm going to measure out 1 cup. When you bake, you need to use use precise measurements. So I'm gonna chop, 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 and spread it right across to make sure I have a cup of flour. Okay, that's going in my bag. All right, now I need another half a cup. So I'm gonna measure my half a cup, and I'm gonna chop, 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 and spread it across so I have just the right amount of flour. And it's gonna go in my bag. Okay? All right, what comes next? I need 3 sticks, 1.5 cups of butter. Now, that's kind of tricky because butter comes in sticks. It doesn't come in a cup. So when you look at a stick of butter, it tells you on the side that 1 stick of butter equals a half a cup. So, since we need 1.5 cups, we're gonna use 3 sticks of butter. Okay, so we're gonna put our butter in. All right, here goes our butter. I might chop it up a little bit, just so it's a little bit easier. All right, there's 1 stick. Ready? Here's another stick. Here's 2 sticks. I'm gonna break it in half. Put it in there, see? It's going in my bag. And here's another stick in my bag. All right, what's next? All right, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Here's my baking powder. Baking powder makes your cookies rise. So we're gonna make sure we put just enough baking powder in so it doesn't get all messed up. So here's 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And here's another half a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, ready? All right, there's our baking powder. So is that all our ingredients? We put in our oatmeal. We put in our brown sugar. We put in our flour. We put in our butter. And we put in our baking powder. All right, here comes the fun part. All right, so we got to get the air out of our bag. So, and then we're gonna zip it shut. All right, so the air is all out of my bag. I'm gonna zip it shut. Now comes the fun part. I get to squish and squeeze. Oh, I really want to go to school. I miss all my friends. I miss all the art things we do and the blocks and having snack with my friends. So we're just gonna keep mixing and mixing until everything's all mixed together. I'm starting to feel better already. Someday we'll go back. But I've been having fun with my family. I have to say that. I've been going on some walks. I've been doing some reading. I've been playing some games with my family. I've been sleeping a little late. I've been looking at some classes and some lessons for us for when we go back to school so we can have fun together. Whoops. Uh-oh, my bag just popped open. I gotta repop it. Sometimes that happens. But look, I'm just pushing all my anger out. Oh, I just can't wait to get back with my friends. All right, and the more you do this, the better your cookies are gonna taste. All right, we're almost done. It's almost all mixed. I'm gonna tip it upside down and mix it a little bit more. Oh, these are really yummy, especially when they just come out of the oven and they're nice and hot. You can also do this in a bowl, and you can mix it with a spoon if you want, or you could just put it in a bowl and mix it with your fingers. That's the fun of this recipe. You can do all different kinds of things. All right, and guess what? I'm already starting to feel better. All right, I think it's just about ready. And what we can do is scoop them out, and put them on a cookie sheet. Almost done. You can do this with your family at home now. And maybe you could even add some chocolate chips if you want. Or raisins. You could maybe add some raisins. That would be 6 ingredients though. All right, so you gotta get all that butter all chopped up in there. Okay? And I think what we're gonna do, it's coming. See, you can do it with with your brothers or sisters. You can do it with your moms and dads, and everybody can take a turn. Mixing and mushing and smashing and pounding. It's also good to help just make your hands stronger. So when you're writing your name or writing your letters. All right, so when you're done, I don't know if you can see, my dough is ready to roll into balls. All right, so I'm going to roll a ball, use a scooper, and I'm gonna roll it into a ball in my hand. Okay? Okay. Roll it into a ball. I'm gonna put it on my cookie sheet. Okay, then I'm gonna, after I put all my balls on the cookie sheet, I'm gonna put it in the oven. Actually, I'm just gonna put it in the oven now, and I'm gonna cook it for 10 minutes. I'll be right back. I'm putting this in the oven. And then I'm gonna wash my hands because I got a little bit dirty. So I'm gonna wash my hands again to get all unrolling my cookies. All right, all clean. Now, then what I thought I would do while my cookies are cooking is I was thinking of doing some math because I love math. So I thought we could do some math problems with our recipe and our ingredients. Want to try it? All right, underneath my recipe, I've got our ingredients. Do you remember the ingredients that we had? Ready? We had, what did we have? Oatmeal. We had, what else did we use? Do you remember? The second one? We had brown sugar, right. Then what else did we have? We had flour, we had butter, and we had baking powder. So 5 ingredients. So I thought we could make a math problem out of that. Okay, ready? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. When we put in the oatmeal, how many did we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. What would that look like as a math problem? So we had 5 ingredients. We took away 1. 5 minus 1. And how many do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put a 4 over here. You're doing math. 5 minus 1 equals 4. All right, what if we take away another ingredient? Okay, ready? We're gonna put in our brown sugar. So we put in our brown sugar. There we go. So how many do we have left? We started with 4, so we're gonna put our 4 over here. We took away 1. How many do we have left? 1, 2, 3 ingredients left to put in. Here's my 3. You did math again. 4 ingredients minus 1 equals 3. All right, let's try it again. All right, so we have 3 ingredients. We're gonna take away 1. And how many are left? 1, 2. So we had 3 ingredients. We took away 1. And how many do we have left? We have 2. 2 ingredients. Let's see, what if we take one more away? All right, we're gonna take away our butter. There's the butter. All right, we had 2 ingredients. We're gonna take away 1. What's that gonna look like? 2 ingredients. We took away 1, and how many's left? 1 ingredient. Oh, we just have to put the baking powder into our cookies. So it's 1. You're doing math again. Wow, you should give your brain a kiss because that was a lot of work to do. All right, so we have 1 ingredient left. We're gonna put our baking powder. We put our baking powder in our recipe. All right, so we had one. We took away one, and how many's left? 0. We put all our ingredients into our cookie dough. Hey, that was a lot of math. And guess what we could do? We could add it now too. So we could do addition, we could do subtraction. So now I'm going to try to add them. I'll just do a couple, because you get the idea. So we're going to put the adding. So now we don't have any ingredients up. So we have no ingredients up. So we're going to put 1 up. Which one should we put up? Let's see. Let's put up the oatmeal. Oh, that's the brown sugar. Oh, that's the flour. So we're going to put up our oatmeal. Oh, that's the baking powder already. Here's our oatmeal. All right, we're going to put our oatmeal back up. All right, so we had 0 ingredients. We added 1. So we have 1. So we're adding now. All right, let's add the next ingredient. What was next? Do you remember? The brown sugar. So we'll put in the brown sugar. So now we had 1. We had 1 ingredient, and we added another one. And how many's left? 1, 2. Now we have 2 to start our recipe. Okay. Let's try one more time. So we have 2 ingredients. Then we added our flour. So we had 2 ingredients. We added 1 ingredient. And now we have 3. So you get the idea. So you can do math with ingredients. Plus you're measuring ingredients. So making a recipe to begin with is math and science. You're using those skills. So your brain is really working hard when you bake cookies. All right, I think I smell our cookies cooking. I'm going to check and see if they're all done. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to take our cookies out of the oven, and they were just cooling. And now you have a delicious oatmeal aggression cookie. And guess what? I am so happy now because I get to have a bite of my cookie. Delicious. Well, I hope you had fun cooking with me and learning a little bit about math. Okay? So you have a good day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.